My name is Eric. I'm a member of St. Elizabeth's Episcopal Church in Richmond Hill, Georgia. I want to share a little bit about how I came to Jesus. It was about 2015, I believe, and I was in the emergency room in the middle of the night. I had a close family member who was going through addiction. I didn't have the money to pay the copay at the emergency room. I was broke. I was sure that this person was going to die. I thought my marriage was ending. I thought it was the end of everything. I firmly believe if I had not had a son, there's a good chance I might have killed myself that night. I was that low. I remember being in the emergency room and just crying out to God. I didn't know what else to do. And he answered me. Now I should back up and say that I'd grown up going to Episcopal school, but once I got older I had drifted away from the church. Not through any intent on my part, but simply life happens. And my wife and I had talked about going back to church, but we couldn't decide where to go. There were different denominations around us and we weren't really familiar with them. But that night in the emergency room when I prayed for guidance, I was directed to go to Al-Anon, which is an organization for family members of addicts. And as it turned out, the Al-Anon meeting I went to was in an Episcopal church, which I had no idea was near us. It was tucked back around an office complex. So that was sort of the first surprise was, hey, here's an Episcopal church, someplace that I'm comfortable, that I'm familiar with. So not only did I go to Al-Anon, I joined the church. And things improved. My family member improved and was able to maintain sobriety. We still had severe financial pressures, but we were making it. I prayed to God again one day in despair when our bank account was very close to zero. Right before I walked into a financial planning course. And the man there really opened my eyes to a few things, and I ended up going to him as a financial planner. And inside of 2 hours of talking to him, he had showed me a way to get rid of our debt. I was just floored. God answered my prayer right away. It was incredible. A few months later, my company cut our hours by 20% because they were trying to save money. That was on a Friday. On Sunday, I met a man who needed some help on weekends at $30 an hour. God answered my prayer. Finally, only a few months later, the company laid most of us off. And once again, I was in despair. But by this time, I'd seen a pattern that God would come through to me, would help me, even in my darkest hours. So while I won't say I was relaxed about the situation, I was probably less stressed about it than I might have been previously. In the end, we made it through about 3 months of unemployment. I found a wonderful job, and I found a wonderful caring community here at St. Elizabeth's. When I think back to where I was not very long ago, broke, a family member dying of addiction, my marriage dissolving, and to where I am now, about to close on a new house, stable employment, my family member is healthy, my wife and I are still together. I would never have believed it possible. Seeing prayers answered when I had no right to expect it. I was certainly a lapsed Christian. Considered myself Christian, but never really went to church, didn't really practice it. I only prayed when I needed help, but I needed a lot of help this time. And Christ was there for me. And I just can't say it enough. I went from the depths of total despair to where I am now. And it's thanks to the power of Jesus Christ. I hope you can experience that as well.